America's most loved craft store rose to popularity in the last decade in much the same way Chick-fil-A did. The country responded with their business to both companies who put people and their values first, practicing exceptional customer service and politeness that had become a lost art in both retail and the food industry. However, despite the boom in business, expansion of stores, and impressive sales numbers, Hobby Lobby's founder and CEO has announced that he may be forced to systematically shut down all his stores for an alarming reason. In the relatively short time that Hobby Lobby has been on the retail scene, the company has enjoyed rapid expansion of their business, opening a whopping 500 stores in 41 states. Their business model was simple and effective: sell great products at good prices and treat employees and customers even better. Cashiers make a great hourly rate compared to their competitors and get Sundays off, since the Christian-based company puts top priority on time spent with family and using the Sabbath to worship and rest. These unusual store hours for this industry is exactly like America's #1 fast food company, Chick-fil-A. However, the craft store has come under heavy persecution, proving that no good deed goes unpunished and not everyone in America respects Hobby Lobby's Christian values. In an open letter, the founder and CEO David Green revealed that he may close down all 500 stores in all 41 states, because of religious persecution began by the Obama regime. The personal and heartfelt letter emotionally chronicles Green's battle with the government and his commitment to follow God's teachings, even if it means that after 40 years of being one of the most recognizable and well-received stores in America, he will close down his business. The family-run company has never veered away from their values as Christians and commitment to God to run the business in accordance with His laws. As a perk of being a Hobby Lobby employee, workers enjoy benefits, including medical. When Barack Obama inserted himself and his liberal politics into the healthcare industry, he put his will over God's and forced companies like Hobby Lobby to go against biblical teachings on birth control and abortion. Green was forced to provide his employees access to birth control abortion-causing drugs, which he was adamantly against and refused to do. As such, he put entire business in jeopardy, which was a risk he was willing to take to honor God and stay the faith-led course that made Hobby Lobby successful. He later announced that if staying true to his beliefs meant that he would have to close all 500 or so stores, he would do that rather than doing what he knows to be wrong. The announcement comes in the midst of a lawsuit just filed by the Becket Fund for Religious Liberty and asks a federal court to halt the Obama mandate that forces them to provide birth contraception drugs, in the form of abortion-causing drugs, and goes against their religious principles. In an open letter on the matter, Green addressed what he meant and where he stands. When my family and I started our company 40 years ago, we were working out of a garage on a $600 bank loan, assembling miniature picture frames. Our first retail store wasn't much bigger than most people's living rooms, but we had faith that we would succeed if we lived and worked according to God's word. The heartfelt letter began. It then went into detail about the impressive expansion of the business that was definitely blessed by honoring God along the way. A new government healthcare mandate says that our family business must provide what I believe are abortion-causing drugs as part of our health insurance. Being Christians, we don't pay for drugs that might cause abortions, which means that we don't cover emergency contraception, the morning after pill or the week after pill. We believe doing so might end a life after the moment of conception, something that is contrary to our most important beliefs. It goes against the biblical principles on which we have run this company since day one. If we refuse to comply, we could face $1.3 million per day in government fines, the letter continued. At that rate, the stores could not afford to stay open. So, in an effort to prevent them from having to close, the Greens were forced to make a decision, go against their beliefs or fight for them. The founder announced that they will do the latter to save their business and thousands of jobs and stand up for their beliefs, which not just the company was built on, but the country was also. The government has exempted thousands of companies from this mandate, for reasons of convenience or cost. but it won't exempt them for reasons of religious belief. So, Hobby Lobby and my family are forced to make a choice. With great reluctance, we filed a lawsuit today, represented by the Beckett Fund for Religious Liberty, asking a federal court to stop this mandate before it hurts our business. We don't like to go running into court, but we no longer have a choice. We believe people are more important than the bottom line and that honoring God is more important than turning a profit. David Green concluded his letter with a request for all Americans, that since the liberal media won't share what he had to say, please pass his words and reasoning on to all of your contacts.